Most people don't remember the moment their finances went off track.
There was no dramatic mistake,
No reckless decision,
just a slow, quiet feeling that money always seems tight.
no matter how much they earn. And often, when we try to explain it, we blame one thing:
Credit cards.
But here's the uncomfortable truth. Credit cards didn't ruin your finances.
They just made your habits more visible. Let's walk through a very normal situation.
Imagine a young professional in the US or Europe.
Mid-20s to early 30s.
Good education, stable job.
They earn around $4,500 a month after tax. In Europe, maybe it's €3,200 net.
Not rich, not struggling, solid middle class.
Rent or mortgage takes about $1,500.
Car payment or public transport, insurance, fuel, another $500. Utilities, phone, subscriptions, $300. Groceries, $400. So far, nothing irresponsible. This is life. That leaves roughly $1,800. Now this is where things quietly change.
A few meals out,
A newer phone on installment.
a weekend trip charged to a credit card.
Some clothes that feel reasonable because they're not luxury. None of these feel like bad decisions. They feel normal. Everyone around you lives the same way. By the end of the month, that $1,800 is gone. And maybe $600 of it is sitting on a credit card. Not because you're reckless,
But because the card makes the timing feel harmless.
now let's look at the math. Calmly. That $600 rolls over at around 20% annual interest. If you pay only the minimum, it doesn't feel painful.
But over a year, that single habit costs you about $120 in interest.
Now repeat this pattern every month. 600 becomes 3,000. 3,000 becomes 8,000. At that point, the problem doesn't feel like habits anymore. It feels like the card.
But the card didn't decide to normalize spending tomorrow's income today.
We did. This is the system flaw most people miss. Credit cards don't encourage spending. They remove friction. Before cards, spending had a natural pause.
You saw cash leave your hand.
You felt the limit. Now the limit is invisible. And when limits disappear, habits reveal themselves. Psychologically, this is powerful.
Our brain doesn't treat future money as real.
Next month's paycheck feels abstract.
Today's comfort feels concrete.
So we don't ask, can I afford this? We ask, can I handle this payment?
That single shift, from total cost to monthly cost, is where long-term damage happens.
Because when every decision is framed as just $60 a month, your life quietly fills with obligations instead of assets.
If this pattern continues for 10 years, the cost isn't just interest.
It's opportunity.
That same $600 a month, invested modestly, could have grown into six figures over a career. But instead, it disappears into convenience, status, and short-term relief.
This isn't about discipline, and it's not about shame. Financially intelligent people don't have superhuman willpower. They simply see money differently. They don't ask, is this affordable right now? They ask, what does this delay?
They understand that comfort today always competes with freedom tomorrow.
And they choose intentionally, without drama. They also don't demonize tools. A credit card is just a mirror. It reflects behavior.
Change the behavior, and the tool stops being dangerous. So if you feel stuck financially, don't start by cutting everything.
And don't blame the card. Start by noticing what feels normal but quietly expensive.
That awareness alone changes how you think. And when thinking changes, behavior follows slowly, calmly, sustainably.
No fear, no hype, just clarity.
If this way of thinking helped you see money a little more clearly,
you might enjoy the rest of the conversations on this channel. You can subscribe if you want.